Messieurs, bonsoir, bienvenue à tous, évidemment pour cette conférence de presse dont on rêvait. On aime faire des conférences de presse pré-Euroleague et pré-Final Four. Voilà, ils sont prêts à partir dès demain. Vous allez pouvoir poser vos questions. On va maintenant d'abord laisser la parole à Alexi Efimov, le General Manager, qui va s'adresser à vous pour vous donner quelques clés, évidemment, sur ce qu'il vient de se passer, sur la saison qui s'achève et sur les playoffs de Betclic qui restent. Mais aujourd'hui, on va s'intéresser plus particulièrement au Final Four. Alexi, thank you. We had a great end of season, a great last game here next door against Barcelona, and now we're on the road to Abu Dhabi, starting tomorrow for you. And just tell us some little words about this end of season for the EuroLeague and what you expect in Abu Dhabi, and how's your feeling right now? Because everybody's happy with this qualification in Abu Dhabi and for the Final Four. What are you feeling, Alexi, now?
Well, first of all, good evening, everyone. I'm glad that we have that kind of occasion to meet, because we all feel what is called Final Four glory. But I truly believe that I should leave the floor to the coach and to Matthew, because they brought us where we are now. At the same time, I think that we share the common opinion that we don't feel accomplished. We feel that we just earn an opportunity to do something bigger and real. At the same time, I'm glad that when we saw each other in September, I said that our main goal is to show consistency. And it's our fourth EuroLeague season. It's our fourth playoff appearance. It's our fourth time in a row, 5 games playoff series. Even though that this year I would rather prefer not to show this consistency. But I think that we're heading to Abu Dhabi locked in, confident, and ready. But as I said, main actors are nearby, so I think that we shall focus on the main people who make the difference on the floor.
Coach, I'm turning towards you first of all. So Abu Dhabi, as I said, you're leaving tomorrow. Just have the last training here in Monaco. What are your feelings? Tell us what you think. What do you feel?
You know, it's a great accomplishment that the team have this consistency. It is one more time in Final Four, second in last 4 years is not his accomplishment. For a new team in the EuroLeague to accomplish this shows a lot about front office, about president, about Alexi, about the culture that we want to build, and this is the most important. All the credits go to the players. No, it's not easy every year to be there and to fight for the Final Four. It's very difficult to go to Final Four. If somebody thinks that this is to go to Final Four, it's very difficult. We see which teams are out of Final Four. Huge teams with great history, with a lot of titles. I'm very proud that I'm part of this accomplishment in this organization. And now that we managed to go to Final Four, now we go to the next goal that we go there to play the best basketball we can play. And, you know, we are 2 wins like every team in Final Four away from the trophy. And one more time, I want to congratulate the organization, the front office and the players, and for all of this effort.
Thank you, Coach. Mathieu, voilà, on y est. C'est le départ. Pour toi, tu as vécu de grandes émotions cette année, avec beaucoup de grands moments, de grands matchs. Certainement, ça te permet aussi, à l'intérieur de toi, d'être encore mieux préparé pour ce Final Four. Qu'est-ce que tu ressens? Est-ce que c'est de l'énergie, de l'envie? Il y a un côté rage dans le bon esprit, comment est-ce que tu sens toi et comment est-ce que tu sens ton équipe autour de toi?
En ce qui me concerne, j'ai hâte. Un peu ce sentiment de revanche de il y a 2 ans. Mais ouais, c'est des bonnes ondes. Beaucoup de choses positives que je vois pour ce Final Four. Et en ce qui concerne l'équipe, je sais que voilà, pour tous ceux qui ont des doutes ou qui pensent qu'on se croit déjà arrivé parce qu'on est arrivé là-bas, c'est pas du tout la vision qu'on a. On veut vraiment aller là-bas, faire quelque chose d'intéressant. Comme le coach l'a dit, on est à 2 victoires du plus grand titre de l'histoire du club. On a joué tellement de matchs d'Euroleague, de se dire qu'on est seulement à 2 victoires de soulever ce trophée, c'est quelque chose qu'on prend en compte et on y va confiant, avec une mentalité d'underdog. Et voilà, prêt à affronter une équipe de l'Olympiacos qui va être dure physiquement, qui va jouer intelligemment, mais voilà, comme je l'ai dit, on a envie et on y va avec une différente approche que d'il y a 2 ans.
Coach, how do you feel? What is the feeling of your team right now? I mean, is it something that how do you motivate them? Is this you want them to be like like a little bit of rage, like I told Matthew, like a bit like aggressive? What is the main thing that you told them before going? How you motivate them before going? Can you take the microphone? Thank you.
I think that if a coach need to give extra motivation to the players in the Final Four, that means that something I didn't do correct all these 5 months. So I think the players are extremely motivated, and I think they wait this Final Four, especially after win last game with Barcelona, and we make great practices, but we played awful because our minds, I was player, I understand, a lot of times mind is there, body is there, but mind is not there in these games of French League. I didn't like it, but I was frustrated, but I can understand them. So now, team is extremely motivated. When you have the chance to be in the Final Four and to fight for the title, you have to go to fight to take it. It will not come by itself. You need to fight hard, to execute the game plan, and to play with great joy and confidence.
Great joy. We like this because this is what we want. Y a-t-il des questions ici pour les journalistes?
Question pour Mathieu. Mathieu, au plus haut niveau, on parle souvent d'expérience. À quel point, justement, l'expérience d'il y a 2 ans et ce fameux 27-2 contre l'Olympiacos peut vous servir pour atteindre votre objectif ultime cette année?
Premièrement, parce que la plupart des joueurs qui ont perdu il y a 2 ans sont encore là aujourd'hui. Sans trop le louer, on a un coach qui a gagné l'Euroleague plusieurs fois, donc il va peut-être nous aider sur ce point-là, je pense. Donc voilà, on a le même vivier de joueurs, un nouveau coach, tous un peu plus d'expérience, 2 ans de plus en Euroleague, donc forcément que ça va nous donner un peu plus de confiance et un peu plus d'expérience, tout simplement pour arriver là-bas et mettre les bons ingrédients dès le début du match, pour pas leur donner de confiance et que nous, justement, on joue avec leur confiance.
Autre question pour le journaliste?
Hi, Coach. What about Mike James? How is he, please? And is it for him the main goal of his career?
Mike is great, like all the other players. No pressure. If you see it like this is the goal of your career. You will never achieve the goal. You have to concentrate and to have motivation and to go to play the game of basketball. You cannot put so much pressure on yourself, and this is a team sport, and all the team is ready to play winning basketball, like we play all these 5 months that I'm here, and to do whatever it takes to accomplish our goal.
Question à toi, Mathieu. Tu as vécu des grandes émotions cet été avec l'équipe de France pendant les Jeux Olympiques. Là, ça va être probablement tes plus grandes émotions en club. Est-ce que tu peux nous parler de ton état d'esprit, de ton excitation et dans quel état tu te trouves?
Évidemment que je suis excité, mais pas trop. Au vu de ce qui s'est passé il y a 2 ans, c'est quelque chose que je garde en tête. Alors même si aujourd'hui mon rôle est complètement différent, voilà, même si c'est que ma deuxième fois au Final Four, j'ai l'impression d'avoir de l'expérience, de savoir ce qu'il faut pour remporter le premier match, premièrement. Donc, excité, mais la tête sur les épaules. Et une vraie envie d'arriver et de montrer qu'on est une équipe soudée, que tous les up and down qu'on a eu pendant cette saison avec l'équipe, ça nous a soudés et qu'on va arriver prêt pour ce genre de rendez-vous.
Question pour toi, Mathieu, encore. On parlait des Jeux Olympiques. Il y a Evan dans l'équipe adverse sur le premier match. Ça a déjà un peu chambré, ça a déjà envoyé un peu des textos et plus généralement de se retrouver face à un joueur. Alors c'est pas le seul dans cette équipe évidemment, mais de se retrouver face à Evan, ça t'évoque quoi?
Bien, je sais que c'est un compétiteur. Je sais que c'est quelqu'un qui aime gagner comme pas possible. Donc voilà, je sais que ça va être une belle adversité pendant ce match. Après, en ce qui concerne les échanges, on n'a pas parlé du tout avec Evan. J'ai eu quelques contacts avec Mousse pendant les playoffs où voilà, on s'est un petit peu chambré, mais comme on a l'habitude de faire. Mais voilà, depuis qu'ils sont qualifiés, qu'on est qualifié, pas un mot de leur côté, pas un mot d'une autre. Et voilà, ça sera qui a le plus envie et qui est le plus prêt, pardon, dans 4-5 jours.
Mathieu, c'est vrai que cette saison, vous avez eu parfois des hauts et des bas, mais quand on voit votre équipe, on a du mal à avoir des faiblesses finalement dans l'effectif, dans le roster, dans la qualité mentale et technique des joueurs. Est-ce que c'est ton avis aussi avant ce Final Four?
Oui, sans se positionner trop, on est une équipe qui peut gagner contre tout le monde et qui peut perdre contre tout le monde. Donc voilà, c'est un peu à l'image de notre saison. Je pense que personne ne peut s'attendre au niveau auquel on va jouer. Personne ne peut savoir comment est-ce qu'on va arriver, mais voilà, nous on reste persuadés qu'on est une équipe qui mérite d'être là-bas et qui mérite de faire des grandes choses là-bas. Donc c'est beau de parler, mais il va falloir le faire. Et comme je l'ai dit plusieurs fois, on est prêt au combat qui nous attend.
My question is for Mr. Spinelli. I was wondering which of the three teams concerns you the most for the Final Four? And I was also wondering, since you're considered a legend for Olympiacos, how does it feel to play now against them?
I think all the teams are very strong. You know, every team is possible to win the EuroLeague. We see that the differences this year are not so big. You know, you can say that Olympiacos was first in a regular season, and this maybe can put them a little bit more than the other teams. From the other side, you know, I spent a wonderful career in Olympiacos with great memories. The love of everybody there is, you know, undeniable, same both ways. And this will never change because, you know, it's part of my life. And now I'm a coach of Monaco, and I represent Monaco like a coach, and I will do everything for Monaco to win the game. 40 minutes were opponents, and after will be the same feelings.
Coach, here, as an Olympiacos legend, what will happen in your mind and also in your heart if you push them out?
You know, it's the same. Like if I play now with my son ping pong and I win him, if he cries, you know, I will go and, you know, I will tell him, you know, lose win is in the game. You know, same with my brother. If I play, I want to kill him. You know, when we play one against one, we kill each other. But you know, I love him to death. And you know, it's the same. When you play a game, we are competitors. You know, we are there. We represent Monaco. You know, I will die for my players. I will give everything with them, win or lose, just to be proud, to bring out this pride culture that I want to have here. And you know, we win together, we lose together, we will give everything for 40 minutes.
Before you kill your brother, I got another question here.
My question is for Mr. Efimov. It's the first time the competition is taking place outside of Europe. What's your take on this shift in geography? And if Monaco wins, what's the impact on the international profile of the club and French basketball as a whole?
Well, I always try to stay focused more on pure basketball related things. So no matter how far is the destination, the most important that we are there and that Monaco is one of 4 lucky clubs who managed to advance into Abu Dhabi and the Final Four. But we'll see. It's new horizons. I think that we need to see what will be the atmosphere, what will be the first of all, I think that we are all operating in entertainment business rather than sports business. So we need to see and we need to analyze fans' experience. I think this would be the crucial, let's say, KPI in all this.
a question for Coach Vasilis, please. Coach, you have big experience of Final Four. You 3 times. Before the Final Four, do you feel more pressure as a coach or when you were a player?
For me, it's no pressure both. Me, I don't feel pressure for basketball. Generally, I like pressure. I love pressure, and pressure make me the player that I was, and pressure will make me the coach that I will be. So I love pressure. If I don't have pressure, maybe I'm worse than when I have pressure. I love pressure. That's why we practice with the players to be good at the pressure. You cannot be in this stage, and you cannot take so many millions and money and all these things to make your hobby and to have pressure. For me, this is enjoyment, and whatever happens, we have to be very tough mentally to accept the pressure, to take the responsibilities, and to move on. Life and basketball is not only wins. It's more. I say always to my kids, to my players, to everybody, because for me, I have one motto: basketball and sports have a lot of failures and very few big wins, but big wins. So all our life we fight for these big wins. So you have to be very mentally strong to fight for these big wins all your life. And I want to say that out of your question, that it's big accomplishment and big pride for French basketball. One team from France to be in the Final Four and to represent French basketball. We have national team players in our team, and this is very big for the French basketball. And this is big accomplishment for Monaco and the people that they work for this success.
Matthew, on a aussi des journalistes qui ne sont pas là, et j'ai une question pour toi de Yanis Soul, le journaliste pour Le Monde, qui demande qu'est-ce que représente pour toi l'Euroleague en tant que joueur en termes de prestige?
Je ne sais pas si c'est une question compliquée, c'est tout simplement la compétition la plus prestigieuse qu'il y a en Europe. De plus en plus, il y a des débats entre la NBA et l'Euroleague, donc je pense que c'est quelque chose de vraiment bien pour l'Euroleague de la voir s'accroître comme ça, de voir de joueurs avec un tel niveau dans cette compétition. Donc évidemment que c'est une compétition super prestigieuse et de la remporter encore plus évidemment. Donc une compétition super prestigieuse et toute l'équipe en a conscience.
Coach, can we talk a little bit about Daniel Theis? It changed the face of your team. You struggled a little bit against Yusfal, Maham, Papagiannis, and then Daniel. Can you talk about what Papagiannis can bring in the Final Four? The way you want Daniel to play, 5, 4, maybe?
You ask me for 2 different players, Theis and Papagiannis. So you want to answer you for Theis or Papagiannis?
One question for Theis,
okay,
and the second one for Papagiannis.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay. Daniel is a player that plays on the higher level. He achieved a lot on his life with German national team. He's a world champion. He has medals, European. He has experience. He played 7 years in NBA. It was big accomplishment for the organization that we bring him here. And first of all, he's a great character. If you ask his teammates, he's a great character. He's a winner. He don't care about stats. He cares only to win. And for me, I love this kind of players. GP, hats off for him. He was ready game 5. He didn't play last 1-2 months, and he was ready. And this is what I want from my players. Everybody has to be ready. They are professionals, and they have to be ready to step up at the right moment. And he did it for us. And I think also all the players, like also GP and everybody, will be ready for this Final Four.
Coach, here. You talked about mentality, about tough moments. Will you talk to your players about the third quarter 2 years ago against Olympiacos? Do you remember also this moment as a fan?
Yeah, this happens. It's not nice. It's not, guys. They were here. It happens that everything in life is a lesson. It's not crying or it's not that will come the end of the world. It happens. You know, take your lesson and move on, and don't let it happen again. You know, this is the best advice that I can give them. We cannot stay more on this because I always want to stay also in positive things. Let's stay also in first half that Monaco was good, and you know, Olympiacos is a great opponent. You know, it's a great team. They fight hard. They have their style of basketball, and we have our style of basketball. So we know them. They know us. It will be a different game.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alexi. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Matthew, very much for your time. Well, thank you. See you. Merci beaucoup. Merci pour votre... Et on se retrouve très rapidement, évidemment, pour la suite et la conférence de presse qui suivra. Il y en aura évidemment une autre plus tard. Thank you very much. Indeed. Have a great evening, great trip.
Thank you.
Don't say anything. Let's go.